Most people believe that life is random, a series of unrelated events with no deeper meaning. But Carl Jung challenged this idea when he introduced the concept of synchronicity, a phenomenon where seemingly unrelated events align in a way that feels profoundly meaningful. Unlike traditional causality, where one thing leads directly to another, synchronicity suggests that inner experiences and outer events are mysteriously interconnected. Jung's exploration of this idea was influenced by Eastern philosophy, particularly Taoism, which teaches that the universe operates through an unseen, but intelligent, universal order. Jung didn't develop this idea alone. His collaboration with physicist Wolfgang Pauli helped bridge the gap between psychology and quantum mechanics. Pauli, a Nobel Prize-winning scientist, believed that the universe was structured in ways beyond what science could easily explain. Together, they explored how the collective unconscious, a reservoir of shared human experiences and archetypes, might influence external reality. Jung argued that these meaningful coincidences were not random, but rather signs of an underlying psychological and universal connection. Imagine thinking about an old friend you haven't seen in years, only for them to call you moments later. Or stumbling upon a book that answers a question you've been pondering for weeks. These aren't just coincidences, they're synchronistic events, guiding you toward insight, transformation, and deeper understanding. But here's the key: not every coincidence is synchronicity. So, what makes an event truly meaningful, and how can we recognize when the universe is speaking to us? Not every coincidence is synchronicity. The difference lies in meaning and timing. Carl Jung emphasized that a synchronistic event isn't just two things happening at the same time. It's when an inner state, thoughts, emotions, dreams, aligns perfectly with an outer event, creating a profound sense of connection and significance. These moments feel different from random chance. They often arrive at critical moments in life, offering guidance, reassurance, or a push toward transformation. One of the most fascinating aspects of synchronicity is how it suggests a deeper interconnectedness between the mind and the external world. Have you ever been struggling with a life decision, only to overhear a stranger say exactly what you needed to hear? Or felt lost, only to stumble upon a book or symbol that speaks directly to your situation? This isn't just psychological projection. Jung believed it was evidence that our unconscious mind and the universe are in constant dialogue. Synchronistic events act as signposts, reminding us that our experiences aren't isolated. They're part of a larger universal order. So, how can you tell if something is synchronicity or just coincidence? Pay attention to your intuition. If an event shocks you, stirs deep emotions, or feels impossible to ignore, it's likely something more than chance. Jung believed that these moments are meaningful connections designed to guide us toward growth, relationships, and life-altering decisions. But what powers these experiences? To understand that, we need to look at the hidden archetypes and the collective unconscious, which shape these experiences on a much deeper level. Carl Jung believed that synchronicity wasn't just a random occurrence. It was deeply tied to the collective unconscious, the vast, shared reservoir of symbols, dreams, and archetypes that influence all human experiences. Think about it. Why do people from completely different cultures have similar dreams, myths, and religious symbols? Jung's answer was archetypes, universal patterns that shape how we perceive and interact with the world. And when a synchronistic event happens, it often brings an archetype to life, delivering a message that speaks directly to our inner transformation. For example, someone going through a spiritual awakening might repeatedly encounter the wise old man or woman archetype, whether in dreams and books, or even through an unexpected mentor who appears at the right moment. Someone facing deep personal change might keep seeing the death and rebirth archetype in movies, conversations, or personal experiences, signaling that they are moving through an important psychological shift. These meaningful coincidences aren't just external. They are the unconscious mind speaking through reality itself. Jung also observed that these archetypal moments often emerge during times of intense transformation, crisis, or decision-making. They serve as guides, nudging us toward our purpose, relationships, and personal evolution. But most people ignore these signs because they're too focused on rational explanations. Once you understand the role of archetypes, you start to see how synchronicity is not just a concept. It's a tool for navigating life with deeper awareness and trust. And if used correctly, it can help with something even more practical, making real-life decisions with clarity and confidence. Synchronicity isn't just a fascinating theory. It's a practical tool for navigating life. Carl Jung believed that when people start paying attention to meaningful coincidences, they gain access to an inner guidance system far beyond rational thinking. How many times have you been at a crossroads, career decisions, relationships, life changes, and suddenly something happens that feels like a sign? A job offer arrives just as you're considering leaving your current position. A stranger gives you advice that perfectly answers a question you've been wrestling with. These aren't random events. They're part of a deeper universal order guiding you toward your path. One of the best ways to integrate synchronicity in a daily life is through intuition and trust. Instead of brushing off a strange coincidence, ask yourself, what is this trying to tell me? Keep a synchronicity journal. Write down moments when external events align with your inner experiences. Over time, you'll notice patterns, seeing how your thoughts, emotions, and dreams shape the world around you. People who embrace this approach often find that their decision-making becomes clearer, and they move through life with a greater sense of purpose and flow. But synchronicity isn't just about making big life choices. It also plays a role in relationships. Have you ever met someone by pure chance, only to realize later that they profoundly changed your life? Many deep connections begin with unexpected, serendipitous encounters. Jung believed that when we open ourselves to these moments, we allow life's hidden intelligence to work through us. The key is learning to recognize these meaningful connections, because sometimes what seems like a small event can be the beginning of something truly transformative. Some of the most life-changing relationships and opportunities don't happen through planning. They happen through synchronicity. Carl Jung believed that meaningful coincidences weren't just random events, but part of a larger universal order, leading us to the right people, places, and experiences at the right time. Think about it. How many times have you met someone by chance, only to realize later that they played a crucial role in your personal growth? Whether it's a mentor, a romantic partner, or even a stranger offering wisdom, these connections are rarely accidental. The secret to recognizing synchronicity is trusting your intuition. Many people dismiss these moments as luck, but Jung argued that when we are psychologically open, we start seeing how the unconscious mind and the universe communicate. Have you ever been drawn to a specific book, only to find exactly the message you needed? Or received a sign that confirmed a decision you were unsure about? These aren't coincidences. They're part of a deeper interconnectedness that shapes our transformation. The more you pay attention, the more these moments appear. Jung believed that synchronicity is always present, but only those who are willing to see and interpret its signs can benefit from its wisdom. By embracing these experiences, people stop feeling like passive observers in their own lives and start recognizing how inner work and outer reality are deeply connected. The key is to be patient, open, and willing to act when these moments arise. Because once you understand that life is constantly guiding you, you'll never look at your experiences or your relationships the same way again. Most people avoid doing this work because it's uncomfortable. But if you're serious about personal transformation, ask yourself, what patterns keep repeating in my life? What triggers me? What emotions do I suppress? The answers to these questions will lead you straight to your shadow, and that's where your true power lies. The people who grow the most aren't those who avoid their darkness, but those who face it head-on and learn from it. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one part of yourself you've struggled to accept? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know how you're confronting your shadow self. And if you're ready to continue this journey of self-awareness and transformation, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. There's much more to uncover, and you won't want to miss what's next.